All right, everybody, welcome back. I just want to say thank you for all the support. So to start out, we have a Japanese sake cup. All that is their form of alcohol. There is a collection for these out there. There's different kinds of cups. If you watch my earlier video of the two photographs in a newspaper, this sake cup would have been wrapped in that newspaper. There's really nothing significant that I can see about this. It's made out of ceramic. I try to be careful with it. This right here, there's nothing on it, nothing significant. When I bought one of my flags, it was actually wrapped up in one of the flags. I reached out to the person that sold it to me. He said, don't worry about it, go ahead and keep it. And what it is just a sweatband. They would have used it while they were making fortifications, digging out trenches, filling sandbags, anything like that. Obviously, being in the Pacific, the Japanese soldiers did a lot of the laborious work, and they would have had these sweatbands to just kind of keep the sweat out of their eyes, off their face. I'm sure you could dip it in water, keep yourself cool. There are other ones out there with a rising sun symbol on it, some with kanji on it. This one just plain Jane, there's nothing to it. It's a silk material. Don't have any information on it. Again, was accidentally included in one of the flags that I bought from the guy, and he was kind enough to let me keep it. So going on, we have a bullet recovered from the Battle of Iwo Jima, along with some of the sand. As you can see there, it's the famous rising of the flag over Mount Suribachi. That's also a piece of the Marines' camouflage that they would have been using during that battle. This is pretty cool because of the fact of, if you watched my video earlier, the United States citizens aren't really allowed over there onto Iwo Jima anymore. I know they used to be, and some people still can be, but you have to meet some criteria from what I've understood, because Iwo Jima is considered a tomb. They have thousands upon thousands of dead soldiers there, more than what we have, and it's very sacred to them. So finding a relic from that's very, very cool, as you're not really allowed to take anything from the island. The sand, I have a necklace that I actually have full of Iwo Jima sand. I don't have a reason why. It's just I've always been more into the Pacific side of the war. I've always been interested in Japanese culture, and having something that not a lot of people can have or can go to and have is quite unique. I try to be respectful of the Japanese items that I do get, and that is why I started making these videos, is to kind of get their history out there and to teach people. So one of the things that I bought, excuse me, and I don't want to open it too much as the backing is very, very torn. It's made out of rice paper. I'm gonna have to sit you guys down for just a second. Okay, sorry about that. It's made out of rice paper. I would like to talk to Dan about, in the near future, translating this book for me, as he has the exact same one. His is in a little bit better of condition. Okay, so as you can see, this is all that's left that's holding this book together. There's not a real lot, but it's a Japanese propaganda book. Be very, very careful opening this, because there's not much left to it. So once you get the covers open, it's in decent shape. The pages are really nice. You might be asking why I'm going right to left. From what I've been able to see, that's how their books are. That's how their writing is, which is why I am starting towards the back of the book, as we'd see here in the US, versus we'd start from the left and work our way to the right. So this book would have been made to raise awareness of what's going on, kind of boost morale back home. This was written for soldiers, civilians, just to boost them, show what they're accomplishing, you know, kind of like how we have here with news outlets. I mean, imagine being overseas and you're defeating some of the most powerful countries out there, and taking over stuff to better your country. So this is a very cool, unique book. Again, I'll be working with Dan to try to get this translated. For the Japanese, sending pictures like this home would have been huge. Destroyed U.S. aircraft. Ooh, you just heard a rip there. Destroying Japanese aircraft, capturing islands, just showing how successful their troops are being, showing that they're out doing what they need to be doing. Obviously, it's propaganda, so they're not showing the horrific side of the war, like the Bataan Death March and stuff like that. They want to be showing that they're doing good and that they're humans just like the rest of us, where as the U.S., we're showing the opposite of this. We're showing all the horrific things they're doing. We're trying to demoralize our troops so that way when they go to war, they have no problem neutralizing the threat. So this right here, I didn't see this earlier when I was looking through this book when I first got it, but this is a 1,000-stitch belt. Now, I do have a 1,000-stitch belt if you go back and look at my previous videos. I'll link it in the description below for those that are interested, but what it was is a belt that would be passed around the town. A woman or a child could go ahead and put a stitch into it, equaling 1,000 stitches, and it was considered good luck. There's a lot of them out there. So again, you can see they're very sweaty. They're working out in the South Pacific, and they would use their sweatbands to kind of control this. Obviously, you don't want that running down into your face, getting into your eyes. So just kind of showing off their air might, their air power. I don't want to go fully through the book, as I don't want to give too much away. So as you can see here, this would be like the good luck flags. From what I've seen, almost every soldier was issued one or was given one. Some of them had kanji written on it, others did not. You can see local Japanese troops, or you can see Japanese troops interacting with the local population and just trying to show the good that they were doing, when in reality we all know they were doing some pretty horrific things over there. So each of these are different islands where they've captured. Again, more of these good luck flags soldiers would carry with them into battle. Looks like a group there. As you can see, this one has kanji writing on it. So when I collect these flags, it's not just a country's flag. It's somebody's personal items, someone's family, someone's co-workers. We're thinking of them and wishing them the best of luck and to do their country right. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Again, this is a pretty unique book. It's dated 1942. It's showing the Japanese progression throughout their campaign and trying to boost morale, support the war effort. As a United States citizen, obviously we hear that all the time. Our country has been at war for most of its lifetime, and you know, it's always support the troops, and we try to our best ability, but we can recognize through propaganda when it's something good and something bad. Obviously, World War II is something that needed to be done. It's a very good fight, whereas today's is controversial. Do we need to be over in the Middle East? Do we not? It all comes up to your beliefs, your opinions. War is hell. It takes a toll on people, and unfortunately, it's a side of humanity that we have to deal with. But hopefully y'all are enjoying this. I have a few more items that I want to go through, and that'll be pretty much the end of my collection at the moment. Thanks for watching.